Now let's have a big welcome for our final speaker of the evening, Ronnie Mack.
I feel like a televangelist up here. How y'all doing tonight? All right, good. All right, so before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about one of my favorite words. Well, one of them, aside from free and aside from food. All right? So if you don't know anything about me, I'm an educator by nature. So I'm gonna need some class participation. There's gonna be assessments. It might be some tests or quizzes. Hopefully some of y'all pass, hopefully you don't. We'll see. All right, so first test. I'm going to count to 3, and I want everybody to say, hit it, Big Mike, because me and Mike used to grow up together. All right, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hit it, Big Mike.
Boom! All right. So, what do you think when you see this? What words come to mind? Pain, anguish, tooth decay, lack of dental insurance, other various things with your mouth. But you know what brings that same type of pain? Small talk. Raise your hands if you hate small talk. Don't lie, we're all awkward in here. All right. Business Insider says that small talk is important for networking, but people find it excruciating. A very strong word for something we do every day. So mind you, humans love human interaction. We pass millions of people every day, but we don't say a single word to them a lot of times. People are connected to us, possibly can help us change our lives or change the world, but we just keep walking. And why is that reason? Is it because we're wrapped in our digital lives more so than our real ones? Is it fears and anxiety? What is the reason that we don't talk to the person next to us every day? So, as human beings, we seem to create more creative ways to not talk to each other. So in your Lyft car or in your Uber, you can literally ask your driver not to talk to you. So you can ask a stranger to drive you to a location that you hope they're taking you to without saying a word to them. That's called kidnapping, but hey. But kids seem to do this every day. When I was a kid, I was able to make friends with anybody on the playground, but as an adult, it has, for some reason, seemed to escape me. Why is that? Why, as we go older, we find it more troubling to connect? And especially in the world that we live in now, where we're separated by socioeconomic levels, race, politics, who's your favorite NFL team, do you think that just saying a simple hello will kind of help bridge those gaps? So that's what I'm really here to encourage you today. So raise your hand if you're an awkward adult. My arms are short, but I would raise them higher. So for me, one of the hardest things as an adult was making friends and making real connections as I got older. So I want to kind of give you some tips that have helped me. The learning outcomes for today is make sure that you don't pass an everyday conversation by. Make sure that you make the daily connection. Make sure that you make the daily contact, because you never know what that may turn into, and you'll be happy that you did. So my day-to-day job, I work at Embry-Riddle as the Assistant Director of Orientation. Woo! Woo! They pay my bills and my student loans. All right, so my goal in orientation is to welcome families and make them feel comfortable and fall in love with the institution. My nighttime job, aside from being Batman, is teaching freshmen, helping them to kind of make those relationships, understanding that network is important because it's going to help them when they graduate and when they go off and make the lives that they want to live. But when I walk in my classroom, this is what I see 95% of the time. For those who don't know, teaching the top of someone's head is extremely awkward. And it's interesting because knowing and connecting with each other is the way they're going to be able to progress and connect. So it's always an everyday struggle to get them to do that. So another wonderful part of my job, I get to travel to various places across the world. Actually, that's just San Diego. But during this conference, we work with other orientation professionals and experts who are supposed to be the people who know how to get people to talk and connect. What do they do when I go to conferences? The same thing, except in better suits. All right. What is stopping us, the experts, from doing the same thing? One challenge from one of our speakers really changed my dynamic on this. The handsome gentleman to, I think, your left, my right, I'm not good with directions, Chad Littlefield. And he said a lot of times the reason why we fear small talk is because we don't trust each other. And the reason we don't trust, we continue to not talk to each other. So he wanted to say, instead of avoiding small talk, why don't we change it up and see how we do it? Instead of saying, hey, how's your wife, how's your kids? What about, hey, what impact do you want to make on the world? When's the last time you smiled? When the last time someone told you you're beautiful? What is your story? Saying a simple hello is the reason why I'm on the stage today. Literally a year ago, I said hello to a wonderful presenter, and now I'm in front of you saying words, and you guys are clapping. So, so just a simple hello could change the whole dynamic of your life. So I challenge you today, for those who may be shy, don't want to speak, say a simple hello. And for those who do, have a deeper conversation. Learn someone's story, exchange your story, because you'd be surprised how it may impact you and impact the world around you. And you just never know who you might meet. Might meet a future spouse, a CEO to help you with your company, or a nice person to show you where the bathroom is. And from my understanding, Alex said it's out back. So we're going to get into some little classroom dynamics here. Hopefully you guys passed. All right, so if you have not already, stand up, look behind you, to the left, to your right, somebody behind you, and speak. Say hello, shake a hand, tell a story. Go buy a drink with each other. You'll be glad that you did. I'm Ronnie Mack. I said some words. Woo!